Have you ever wondered if silence could speak louder than words? Join me on a journey to the Whispering Mountain, where a young boy named Jetchi learns the most powerful lesson of his life. In a village cradled by rolling hills and dense forests lived a boy named Jetchi. His voice was a constant presence, a river of words flowing ceaselessly. He spoke to everyone, his stories and laughter filling the air, never pausing, never quieting. One day, an old monk named Shenzu visited the village. He came from the Whispering Mountain, a place veiled in mystery and wisdom. The villagers, captivated, gathered around Shenzu, hanging on to his every word. But Jetchi, in his usual manner, interrupted Shenzu with his loud stories and laughter. Shenzu, with a gentle smile, turned to Jetchi and said, "Young one, the power of words is immense, but the power of silence is even greater. Come with me to the Whispering Mountain, and I will show you the true strength of silence." Intrigued by the challenge and the promise of an adventure, Jetchi agreed. The next morning, they set off on their journey to the Whispering Mountain. The path was steep and winding, surrounded by ancient trees and hidden creatures. As they walked, Shenzu remained silent, and Jetchi found himself talking less and less, his words fading into the sounds of the forest. After several days, they reached the peak of the mountain. It was a place of breathtaking beauty, with a view that stretched to the horizon. Shenzu led Jetchi to a small, secluded cave and spoke, "Here, you will stay for 7 days and 7 nights, without speaking a single word. Listen to the silence, and it will teach you what words cannot." Jetchi entered the cave, curious and a little afraid. The first day was the hardest. He felt an urge to speak, to fill the silence with his voice. But as the days passed, something within him began to change. The silence, which had seemed so empty at first, started to fill with the subtle sounds of the world. He heard the whisper of the wind, the distant call of birds, and the gentle rustle of leaves. The world was speaking in a language he had never heard before. In the silence, Jetchi found a sense of peace and clarity he had never known. His thoughts, once scattered and noisy, became calm and focused. He began to understand what Shenzu meant. In silence, one could hear the truth of the world, the rhythm of life that words often masked. On the 7th day, Jetchi emerged from the cave, a changed boy. His eyes held a new depth, and his smile was calm and serene. Shenzu, seeing the transformation, nodded in approval. "You have heard the whispers of the mountain," he said. "Now, carry its message back to your people." Jetchi and Shenzu descended the mountain, and upon returning to the village, the people were amazed at the change in Jetchi. He spoke less, but his words held more weight. They were thoughtful, kind, and wise. He had learned the language of silence, and through it, he found a deeper connection to the world and to the hearts of those around him. The villagers began to see the world differently through Jetchi's eyes. They noticed the beauty in the quiet moments, the wisdom in stillness. Jetchi taught them to listen to the whispers of nature, to understand the unspoken words of the heart. The village transformed into a place of harmony and understanding, where words were used sparingly but meaningfully. Years passed, and Jetchi grew into a wise man, revered not only in his village but in neighboring lands as well. People came from far and wide to learn from him, to experience the profound peace that comes from understanding the power of silence. Jetchi always remembered his journey to the Whispering Mountain and the lessons Shenzu taught him. Just like Jetchi, we can all learn from the power of silence. Take a moment in your day to be still, to listen to the world around you, and to find your own inner peace. If you enjoyed this journey to the Whispering Mountain, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that can change your life. And always remember, sometimes the most powerful message is the one unspoken. Jetchi's story is a reminder that in our noisy, busy world, silence can be a source of great strength and wisdom. Embrace it, and let it guide you to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you.